Okay, and so the third characteristic is a sense of your own greatness, that you're here for a great and secret purpose, something magnificent. This is the feeling that it might express itself in an impatience for schoolwork, or an impatience for the small things of life. It's the feeling of, I wasn't put here on earth to do this. I was put here for something great. Well, the system that we've set up says, no, you're not. You need to focus on something practical that'll get you a job. That's the most important thing, which is really saying the purpose of life is to survive. Because you're not really going to do anything great. Don't aim too high. And this great thing doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be something that'll make you wealthy or famous. The greatness could be invisible to most people, but it's something that stretches your gifts to the maximum, that engages all of your gifts. And it's something that also sparks your passion. It's something you're passionate about. It's something that aligns your entire being into this great endeavor. Because you are here to do something great. Your gifts are given to you for a reason. So this feeling of, I wasn't put here on earth to do this. As one of my former students said, I wasn't put here on earth to scoop ice cream. He got a job at an ice cream shop, and he was scooping ice cream, and eventually he developed a bad attitude, summed up as, scoop your own damn ice cream, Because he knew he was here for something more than that. And I think a lot of people, even if they have a very prestigious job, still have this lingering feeling. So this might explain a little bit about the hostility of adults toward young people. It's actually coming from fear. Because most adults have these three suppressed characteristics that were never fully expressed. They never fully matured, but they were crushed. But there they live still inside, because the spirit of youth lives within everybody. So they're carrying this around, and it hurts to have these things unexpressed. And so an adult interacts with a young person, with a teenager, and something about the idealism and great expectations and sense of magnificence in this person evokes that same buried, unexpressed desire within the adult, which is quite scary. It's a reminder that, no, you missed out on something really important. It triggers this sense of anxiety, maybe even this suppressed sense of urgency, which is very uncomfortable. Because if the adult were to act on it, it would mean that pretty much every aspect of his or her life would have to change. The lucky ones actually do go through such a process and complete the aborted development process that was cut off or suppressed, in the teenage years. They go through a midlife crisis, and because this developmental potential, it never goes away. It's never completely extinguished. It's always waiting. No matter how old you are, the spirit of youth and the potential to move into full adulthood exists. But it's also very threatening, because it threatens life as you know it. As Matthew Wood, another great thinker, said, desire is bound up with fear. That which we fear, we desire, and our greatest desire is to transcend the boundaries of ourselves, and that's also our greatest fear. So young people evoke a discomfort within adults and a fear within adults. Their spontaneity is scary, their freedom is scary, their willingness to take risks is scary. Their belief that the world is not supposed to be this way is scary. And so our society tries to control and suppress youth in many, many ways. If you see, say, a no loitering sign outside, that's not directed at the senior citizens coming out of the classical music concert. If they're loitering after their concert on the street, no policeman is going to come and tell them to move on. It's directed at young people. Same with all the no skateboarding things and the curfews, the underage drinking laws. I mean, all kinds of stuff is meant to control youth and to corral them and direct them as quickly as possible into the normal world. If you feel discontent with this, if you have a desire to rebel against it, that's a sign of your health and your strong spirit, which has not yet been crushed.